Greetings, my excellent friends. God, that is too many months, but thank you. Yeah, we get to explore the city today. Well, we already sort of started it because we went to the Stormshore Tabernacle and robbed the gods a little bit. We need to put that amulet on. We had Minsk steal it, and then I didn't actually take it out of Minsk's inventory because I was too scared of the god curse. But we fought a diva. Who burnt Scratch to death while my internet was broken. But then we reloaded, and that didn't happen a second time. Fight in your own camp at your own risk is what we learned. Yeah, and so today we get to wander the city and go from house to house and figure things out. We'll keep Minsk with us for now. When I arrive at Sorcerer's Sundries, I'll swap Gale in, but we'll keep Minsk. Given that we just got him, given that he's Minsk, I think Minsk will take the role of default third when there's no one else that we need to put there. But whenever we need to put someone in there, Minsk will go before Karlak or Jaheira would. Because while I like Minsk, I'm not, of the stock, standard, iconic Baldur's Gate characters, the ones that, were in both. Adore Jaheira, enjoy Viconia, love Edwin. Minsk, also appreciate, but not as much. He's the fan favorite, and I think I have a slight resistance to fan favorites. Granted, he's still better than Imoen. But that's not much of a victory. An inanimate carbon rod is better than Imoen. Hey, it's me. No, the one no one cares about. Then there's the Enhanced Edition characters, who I note have had no references to them in this game. Those ones are polarizing. Dorn was good, both mechanically and in terms of characterization. Because Baldur's Gate needed, or rather, Baldur's Gate 2 needed more evil party members, and Dawn is a very good slot for that. But the good party members they added are completely unnecessary. Also, Baloth is a lot of fun.
Don't think I'll be able to sleep without.
But yeah, then he's not in 2, which he should have been. Anyway. So here we are outside the Stormshore Tabernacle. I have retained my Anointed in Splendor blessing. Minsk has shaken off his curse. And he stole a shield for himself. The Shield of Shielding. Okay, I gotta be honest. That is the most Minsk shield you could think of, right? What do you call this shield, Minsk? Ah, it is, Shield of Shielding! I also gave him a clown hammer. I just thought that was funny. He would absolutely do better with the Falar Louvre, but I just think it's funny that he has a clown hammer in his inventory. So the Amulet of the Devout, +2 to spell save DC, an additional use of Channel Divinity, which is actually quite good because I only have one use of that. I'd pass this down to Jaheira, but she already has one. rest of us at nearly level 12. I find it interesting that Minsk just shows up at max level.
All's well that ends. Well, not as bad as it could have.
Yes, my friend.
He's also got a title, like Jaheira. Yeah, these two have titles that don't disappear. Everybody else is just themselves. But Minsk is the Mad Rashimar, and Jaheira is High Harper of Baldur's Gate, and that isn't just a feature of them as an NPC. They have it all the time, and I like that a lot. We're halfway on his approval already. We're at 50. We just need to do things in the name of goodness, and he will be happy with us. So we'll start heading down this way to make the most of the areas we've already uncovered. The counting house is done, but I'd want to do Falogir's fireworks, Old Garlo's place. There were two secret walls we found. One of them you said don't go in until the game tells you to, but I marked them both just so I know where they are. And we've also got Sorcerer's Sundries, we've got a murder target there, and we have... Closest to us is Baldur's Mouth, so let's take a look at Baldur's Mouth. Is this a corner? See, I don't know how far the map goes, so we could start by going this way, but I didn't know whether that's well, if that's not much, then sure, we can go up this part first. But I think we've done everything we can in here.
The mistress of disease loves us.
We can look at the alleyway behind it, but first let's go up here then.
At the ready.
By order of Lord Gortash.
And I know there's gear we want at Sundries, but I'm still going to go methodically, and mostly because it's not that far. Like if it was super far away, then making another excursion would make sense. But literally, we're just gonna go up here. We're probably gonna do Baldur's Mouth, and then it's basically next.
More severe punishment.
What did you expect would happen?
There's the punished fist clover. Do you have thoughts on that one?
Hey, good looking. Behave yourself, yeah? I'd hate to see someone as pretty as you in cuffs.
My God! That Matt Oakhide. That? Oh, you're that Matt Oakhide. I thought you were another Matt Oakhide.
Not turning a blind eye. If you're here to report something, don't bother. The fist don't give a damn.
That's a dwarf with my beard.
The thugs are getting bolder. My husband's been mugged twice this month, if you can believe it.
Well, does he
You
walk
be
around
safe
looking
out
rich?
there. Can't trust a damn soul.
Because then I'll believe it.
I don't leave my house now without a blade. The hell is this city coming to?
Good day, citizen.
Is it?
Let's see what this does.
The Duke's Mouth. An article marked for the editor's desk that looks like it never went to print. There's a sickness in our city, dear reader. It nibbles on the council's ear in private audience chambers. It clangs around our streets in steel automatons. It whispers sweet nothings from the pages of this very broadsheet. The fetid presence of Lord Enver Gortash is rotting our city in its very core, and this reporter is personally ashamed to work for a propaganda vehicle that allows the infection to spread. There's so much to this story, dear reader, so very much, and I'm excited to share it with you. Yes, you, Etvard. Consider this my notice of resignation. Hollyfow's investigative journalist, newly freelance. Well, yeah. Funny how that never went to print. Report mechanical issues with the Watchers to the Steel Watch Foundry, not to this office.
If you have a problem, speak to one of the other Fist. A rabid warg organised this inventory, judging by the mess they've left me.
Talk to the Fist. Codiciliary rules of engagements for the Flaming Fist. This thick tome has been hollowed out in a perfect square, exactly the size of a common flask. For now, all you see inside the book is a few pungent-smelling stains. Uh-huh.
Guard's back, I heard. That'll twist some arms, clean up the river.
There's a fist fight over here.
I am never sleeping on duty again.
Yeah, at least until next time.
Distract the gauntlet, will ya? I think she's set on killing me.
I don't see a gauntlet. Huh? Gauntlet Thunder is examinable and appears to be a full-sized halfling.
I never affiliate with anyone
Nope,
who
dwarf.
isn't prepared to drown me in money.
The dialogue's popping up, though there's no sound. Let's see what happens when we talk to you. Oh, there you
I
are.
like your look. You've seen battle, shed some blood. Could show these softies here how it's done.
Minsk likes that. Now she's here. Now she's here. We summoned her back
you
into
should
existence.
join up with the Flaming Fist. Tired of coddling these witless wimps.
Raphael's voice actor won a BAFTA.
You should join.
Sorry, I got distracted by the invisible flaming fist, but I appreciate the gifts up to Demon Dragon.
Try not to get into trouble.
Isn't that the one that was flirting with me?
That last mugger left a hell of a mark.
Thrassil Muria. Can no one help? The law must count for something. No, it very rarely does, but maybe we can help you.
About time. The Manip assured me a builder would come around a 10-day ago, and...
Well, we're not
hold it.
builders.
You're not the builder. Which means I've got no use for you.
Oh, but I am a builder. A builder of faith. I'm not going to say the wanky line. Is everyone in the neighborhood as friendly as you?
Look here, son. To get by in this place, you got to be tough as tax. There's no winning over the hooligans at the Blushing Mermaid with a smile and a nice hello.
Was that
Either
what?
you learn to fix my broken shutters, or you wag your tongue elsewhere.
Is this why your hairstyle looks like Moses personally parted it?
Curse those vandals at the Mermaid. I haven't had a wink of sleep for days.
Anyway.
Keep crime reports short. Do not waste our time with frivolous issues.
You feel so safe knowing that the local
Simply tell me why
constabulary
you're
are
here.
here to protect the people. Anyway, let's rob them. Cook Camaros. I mean, I don't know that he's done anything to deserve that, but we'll talk to him, at least.
Cooking as fast as I can. Those fists have got bottomless bellies, I swear.
You look very withered from this job.
One of the men complained about hair in his stew. His hair.
Speaking of hair falling into things, later today I'm going to do something and I need you all to, whether you have religion or not, pray for me. It's time to clean the keyboard.
Don't you remember?
Yes. I mean...
You mean buy a new keyboard?
No.
Well, I'd prefer not to.
Are you drunk? Is that what this is? Of course not. Simply tell me why you're here.
I didn't actually pay for this one, but it's about 10 years old. Somebody was an enforcer at a PAX and brought home a mouse and a keyboard that technically didn't belong to him. I bought a few of them, actually, and parceled them out to his friends, which was very nice. The mouse since got replaced. The keyboard never did. Nothing's wrong with it. It's just, you know...
Mine's now.
Your daughter
Been a while.
is missing.
Yes, my daughter Manra.
Forgive me. What was her name?
Vanra, she just said.
Your tools were stolen, right? No, you were mugged. Wait, I'm mixing you up with another citizen. I'm terribly sorry. I'll get back to you.
I mean...
Are you drunk? Is that what this is?
Of course not.
Ah,
Simply tell me why
Blaze
you're
Portier, commander of the headquarters.
Tell him right off.
How many times do I need to say it? You sent word about a lead, said that I should come see you about it.
Of course, madam. Let me just... Forgive me, why are you here?
Is this some kind of sick joke? Do you have any idea what I've been through these past few days?
What is going on here?
My daughter Vanra, my little girl, she's missing. This stupid, useless fist said she had a lead, but she must have been stuck in Dream Mist or something.
Madam, tell me. You said... she was... taken from a tavern?
Yes, the blushing mermaid down by the docks. I told you 100 times. Why aren't you listening?
Because she's clearly having a medical episode? I'm listening. Tell me what happened.
Excuse me, citizen, but if this is a criminal matter, it's my business, not yours. Now, madam, if you'll just tell me why you're here, I'll take down the details.
What is happening? I feel like I'm going mad.
This is infuriating. I'm leaving. Have you searched for your daughter?
Of course.
Yes,
I
Greta.
haven't stopped. I tore that tavern apart. The rooms, every nook and cranny I could think of. She's gone.
I'll help you find her.
You will? Thank you. I haven't slept or eaten since she disappeared. I'm terrified something has happened to her. Her name is Vanra. She's 7 years old and has red hair, like me. We were in the Blushing Mermaid when she was taken. Just up by the docks.
Was anyone else with you?
No, unless you count a couple of old drinking mates at the next table. But they'd be no help. They barely remember their own names. I was sober, though. I swear. I stop in the maid for a drink sometimes. But it was only a quick one.
So you brought your 7-year-old to the tavern for a drink. You must have some witnesses, surely.
Of course. The front of house, Bosun Gannet was there, and the owner of the Blushing Mermaid, Captain Grizzly. Neither lifted a finger to help me look. It was awful.
I'll head there now.
Thank you.
No, I won't.
I'll head home. Can't stand being around these idiots any longer. Come find me the moment you hear anything.
Does this one at all have time sensitivity? Because I suppose it could.
They're too busy visiting Mademoiselle's guys
They do that quite a bit, don't they?
City's lobbyist tavern, and I have
Hopefully not. Because I'd really rather do things bit by bit. We can go to prison. Yeah, okay, so in theory I like the idea of time-sensitive long rest stuff as a concept, but you do need to use it sparingly. And you need to know, like, you can't just blanket use it for anything that vaguely sounds like it's sensitive, right? You want to use it for things where it's bone-shakingly obvious that if you don't act now, someone's gonna fucking die. But even then, you don't want to use it in somewhere like here. Like, for example, you mentioned that the Baldur's Mouth thing, once you talk to the editor, they'll slander you if you don't deal with them before you sleep. That one makes perfect sense because we know that the newspaper updates when we sleep. So it's a matter of, you know, you have an opt-in point to the quest where once you've opted in, then you have to see it through. I prefer that than, oh, you talk to somebody on this half of the city and then something else activated on the other half. That's terrible.
Guards back, I heard. Better twist some arms.
It's the sort of thing where, like, it's like in Act 1 there were those guys in the cave getting threatened by gnolls. The time sensitivity there is if you take a long rest after you've gotten close enough to them that you can hear them fighting, then they'll be dead when you wake up. Why? Because they were actively fighting. So that one's fair. But they're not gonna die when you're far away.
I'm doing my utmost to get through these crime reports.
Commander Portier, acting marshal of the Fist. If you have a crime to report, please wait outside. We're currently at capacity.
I just wanted to observe you, actually, because I'm trying to figure out if there's something wrong with you constantly or just with relation to that particular woman.
I have a city to protect, refugees to manage, and an army on my door. I do not have time to chat.
Yeah, see, we don't get a conversation with you, which is annoying for this, but you do sound a bit more together right now.
I was the wrong sort. Burn that vile hide.
It's a shame we failed that Arcana check, because there's a clue there in the fact that she was absolutely useless with that woman, but I don't know if it's just that something unrelated is wrong with Portier, or if it's related to this encounter. But her being calm and in control now suggests it was something to do with her. Lodged by an anonymous elf who declined to give address, reports of suspicious characters hanging around the Manor Fillgrave. Logged by Eloise Thurman, resident of Brampton, neighbours make house calls late at night, failing to make offering at Shrine of Umberlee, claims these to be evidence of absolute worship. Lodged by Heyman Arst, resident of Rivington, claims children's toys have been sabotaged by bad faith actors within the city. Failed to provide evidence. God, I hate it when bad actors do anything.
Just out of view.
Can I get through this door without being seen?
Let's see what you're hiding.
She moved, but not super much. An Archduke's leadership discipline. I think we've read that. Yeah, it's him. It's another one of those, like, fucking... no priority is more important than this one, except that he's published 5 of those, each with a different priority. Yeah, the fact that it's an Arcana check means someone has spell-fucked her. That's yeah, so if the spell-fucking is related directly to this missing girl, that would explain a lot.
Never wanted the easy path.
I wouldn't have gone straight to memory. Well, I guess, yeah, because she kept forgetting what was being said to her. So I guess it's more of a forward-thinking memory charm where she's having trouble retaining. But it seems more like an attention thing where she can't hear you if you're talking about this problem. Anyway, there's fuck all in here.
Here we go.
Are allowed to go to the prison. Do we want to right now? It's probably a whole big area. Let's take a look. Presumably this is not so much a... Something added up. Ding. Oh, but that just... We got EXP for exploring a new location.
Very well.
Is there a person in here? There isn't. Point being, we can open these doors while no one's looking. this is probably not huge. Oh. Fascinating. Okay, there's a door that cannot be opened. What is that? Oh, it's a boo! I need to speak with animals. Not that we can speak with boo, but still, I need to do it. Lockpicking impossible can often be solved with knock.
Vandals been damaging property around here. You have a feeling you're under suspicion.
50 gold?
Your gold buys contempt, but not freedom. You're about to be detained.
Right, but we've just established that I'm really good at getting through doors. So, you know. What do you mean I deserve this?
We cannot defeat the brain without that stone.
Huh? Oh, right, they take your stuff.
What a charmer.
Oh, I don't want to deal with that. That's way too much inventory management. I'm reloading. I'll break out of prison, sure, but I'm not dealing with that. Fuck. Not in Act 3. I know I have quick saves because I always do reflexive quick saves right before I do something crimey. What I don't understand is how using knock on that thing summoned the entire fucking watch through a closed door. Did you sort all of our stuff into 4 named bags? See, exactly, that's it.
Can't slow down.
Right, let's see what we have. Oh! See, that just fuck.
Don't give me trouble now.
That's silly! Knock is loud. That explains it. This sucks. Jahira's here and she's not complaining. Are you kidding me? Better. My god, are they back in again? Hi. Bye.
Don't want to draw any attention.
Right then, can we have this door shut, please?
Have to keep going.
Ongoing murder investigations. A status update on an ongoing investigation detailing the stark increase in murders in the city, as well as the violence of the crimes. No leads to the killer have been found. It concludes with a recommendation to keep the public in the dark for as long as possible, or until the killer is brought to justice. Barlist resurgence. The word denied has been written across this report in red. Memorandum for Blaze Portier via Basilisk Gate from Gauntlet Devella Fountainhead. Ma'am, my investigation into Duke Stelmane's death has revealed more than murder. The Duke was paralysed with crawler mucus before being stabbed 36 times in ritualistic manner. Her right hand was then removed. The city's murder rate is also at an all-time high, with no discernible pattern to its victims. The last time the city suffered under such killings was during the Barlist incident of 1369 DR. I'm not asking the city to be placed on high alert, nor do I claim to have the answers. 36 times. All I ask for is resources. Give me a small, highly skilled team, the sort that you could write a fucking primetime TV show about, and I will bring you the truth of these deaths. If the Barlists have returned, we need to be armed and ready, for fear a repeat of history. Would you fuck off? There's nothing interesting out here. Don't come in here! He's not coming in here. Yes, we were, but that doesn't mean I remember. The Stone Lord, a new threat. A detailed report on the rise of the Stone Lord. Judging by the targeting of known guild enterprises and the murder of prolific guild members, it is my professional conclusion that a new player has gained a foothold of the city's underbelly. The Stone Lord. My sources suggest that Nine Fingers and the guild still hold power, but the Stone Lord is pressing aggressively on her territory. This is not a case of a petty turf war. This is a fight for the throne in the city's underworld, one that could easily spill out onto the city if ignored. Councillor Floric's sentence. This day here found is Floric, former councillor to the fore, arraigned in camera before the High Magistrate, accused, tried, and convicted of treason, sedition, and incitement of Gortash's ire, and hereby duly sentenced to be hanged by the neck until not breathing any more, no takesy-backsies for real. Thus die all traitors to the state and city of Baldur's Gate. Rapid increase in reported disappearances. Scathing report on the rapid increase in missing persons cases in the city. This excerpt is from the last page. We can no longer afford to ignore these disappearances or dismiss them as outside the Flaming Fist's purview. The people of Rivington and the lower city are just as important as those of the nobility, but now that the kidnappers have targeted the Caldwell, Oberon, and Lineker patriarchs, I earnestly request the time and resources to look into this. I know I speak for many of my fellow Flaming Fists when I say I am tired of explaining to hysterical civilians that I do not know who took their husbands, their wives, their sisters, their brothers, their children, or why. Writ High Alert. Be warned! Shifts will increase from single to double until the threat of the marching armies of the Absolute is contained. Be wary of citizens behaving in a secretive or overtly defiant fashion, hereby referred to as sus. Arrests can be made on a minimum of direct evidence if threat is suspected. New security legislation will permit use of detainment as deterrent to sabotage. Reports from the battlefield. Steel Watch invaluable, Absolute troops numerous, fierce but less disciplined. Cannot keep them from the city indefinitely, but the Steel Watch will buy us time. This dirty note was sent in haste. Orders from Duke Ravengard. Be warned, the upper city is closed off to all coming and going effective indefinitely. No queries will be taken at this time. Strengthen security. Time-pressed developers who wanted to cut a district. Ducal de Ravengard.
Right tool will do the trick.
Will it? Difficulty class 20. I don't love it. We did it. We met it. A crumbling file. Report, unknown actor influencing city politics. It has come to our attention that an individual calling themselves the Emperor, a suspected redacted, has been exerting an undue amount of power over influential actors within the city, including members of the Ducal Council. While there has been no report of nefarious intent, the unofficial and secretive nature of this individual's doings has raised the alarm amongst several sources. If this Emperor really is a redacted, we must take swift action to ensure redacted has not become redacted. Well, that was informative. This must be their armory. Fuck. Hope so. Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh, we had the key. Right.
Breathe deep and move.
That's the end of the nefariousness for now.
Quiet day, mostly. Don't go spoiling it.
What's up for discussion?
Hey there.
Greetings, citizen.
Steel Watcher maintenance. Read that before.
Hello, hello, and all that.
Don't go looking for trouble.
But I just perceived something. A hole. There's also many walls to break through.
Out of sight, out of mind. Breathe quiet. Move with care. This calls for careful footwork. I don't need any attention right now.
No, they're all staring at me. It's just a trap disarm toolkit. Who cares? Am I allowed in here, though? Because the door is red. But it's open. But it's red. But it's open.
Don't waste a step.
Here's what we'll do.
Sleep with one eye open, evil. Maybe both. Let us tread soft and sure as hunting hamsters. A berserker's knees are not made for all this bending.
Just out of curiosity. No, they didn't go boom. Firebolt. Jahira would have been able to do it.
Nothing personal, but who does not like the look of you?
Yeah. What about with the clown hammer? Bet you won't be tough enough. Yeah, 0.
Camaraderie, adventure, violence.
Can you,
Quick and quiet.
Tempers are rising.
Ah, fucking hell.
It's clear not everything you find is at your disposal.
Seems like being in the room isn't illegal, but opening the door is. Also, the Steel Watcher doesn't care about the music. Philistine. I don't need to break these wall holes, but, you know. I can, therefore I wanna? Why'd the music stop
No one
playing?
back home will ever believe this.
I break my song.
Wherever we go, ye gods, let there be something green.
Just tell me when to shout my battle cry.
Do what must be done. Onward.
Casting silence where the boom would be.
What? Wait.
But what if we hide in the
Soft
pit
and
latrine?
sure as hunting hamsters.
Do you have silence?
Talk is done.
It's fine. No one cared because pretty music was being played. The door survived. There's a rat in here. Its name is Skittle.
Pay me no mind. On the trail.
Right, well, he noticed that. Hi.
Seems things keep getting broken around here. You're about to get the blame.
I only came to see what the ruckus was. There's no crime in that.
You've been given the benefit of...
Everything is fine. Everything is fine. They seem to have stopped caring about the music, though.
Eyes to yourselves.
How do they know it's us? Well, I mean, there's nothing in this one. There is a rat I'd like to speak to in here, though. Where'd the rat go? Yeah, but am I allowed in? I suppose I am.
No rest. Be you wicked or wise.
Well.
Best get going. Swift as my feet can carry me. Seems like a good moment to talk.
That's weird. Oh, I don't have Speak with Animals on. Why not?
A new client? What a thrill. For you? Ratterily? Some call me the Great Collector. Others, the Merchant of Mysteries. But you, my friend, you can call me Skittle. Step up and marvel at the spectacular wonders on offer.
This is a vendor? What sort of items does the Great Collector collect?
Oh, artifacts most priceless. Should one call a prison his home? The prison's pipes are a veritable maze of cracks and crannies. What a rat finds, a rat keeps. Captives have wants and needs. It is my pleasure, nay, my duty, to fulfill them.
You know you're half buried in a rock. A mercantile rodent. How radical.
Indeed, my mirthful mate. Care to take a squeak at my fun ratstical wares?
Is this business ratified by the local Merchants League?
My enterprise is a more covert sort. I do my dealings in secret.
It must be difficult to obtain goods in a prison. What does that entail?
The prison's pipes are captives have wants and needs, my plentiful patron. It is my pleasure, nay, my duty, to fulfill them.
What's for sale? I'd like to take a squeak. He has. Brilliant. He has. An elixir of universal resistance. Say less. A scroll of Dimension War, Firebolt, Fireball, Grease, Invisibility, and Knock. He has some Thieves' Tools to replace the ones that I broke trying to get in this fucking place. He has the Counting House Safe number 2 key. Whose was that again? And he has an oil flask. It's very simple, Demon Dragon. There is a rat in the prison named Skittle, and he's a vendor, and he has the Counting House Safe number 2 key. It's the safe key, not the vault key. Ah. Still, we don't need it anymore.
Is rat all?
I just paid a rat. And now I'm jumping in a toilet. Yep. It's not trespassing in here. It is, however, illegal to use the toilet, which I'm pretty sure is a war crime. But anyway, this part of the sewers. Right. That makes sense. What I think this is your way out of getting arrested. Maybe you start in there, maybe you start in here, but you blast your way through the walls and then escape toilet-wise. You were gonna say it before the rat, it still applies after the rat. It's kind of amazing how more games can be Hitman 3 now that I've played Hitman 3. I mean, not all of them, but... You can sort of play Sea of Thieves that way too, apparently. I don't know that I'd ever get into that, but like, in a PvP sense, there's this whole thing about people who use the hide emotes to just put themselves in out-of-the-way positions on people's ships and then just wait 20 minutes, an hour, and then get up and start stealing things. Doesn't like it sounds great for YouTube content, not good for Twitch content, if that makes sense.
I have to move next to it.
Also doesn't sound great for your patience, unless you have an awful lot. Right, so this does seem to be the corner of the city, which is good.
Raven guards back, I heard.
Nothing up there either. This is just it's just the barracks thing. Is Boo not coming with us? Boo, what are you doing? Come on, Boo.
All right. What now?
No, go up there. I wanted to read that plaque.
I should mind my step.
No? I mean, I can't reach it. It's right here. Well, let's read their mail. Newly condemned criminals. Manip Siyama, prepare to receive 2 more prisoners condemned to execution. Vince Terrell, absolute spy, convicted of treason, and Derm Garoy, convicted of attempted assassination of Lord Gortash. Both are currently being held in the Stony Eyes precinct lockup, but will be transferred to the Basilisk Gate prison shortly. Pigeon available for collection. Dear Sir, Madam, I am once again writing to inform you that one of your pigeons that was destined for the barracks has instead arrived at Basilisk Gate. We are not a postal service, even less a birdhouse, so please could you kindly come and collect the creature as a matter of urgency? Or send one of your fists to do so? Thank you. Please? It won't stop eating things. Help us! There's the zombie beggar. We've spoken to you before. There's another mailbox to read through. Holy fuck! Someone hasn't been checking their mail. Let's meet. I have the information you wanted. You were right. The temple membership is growing. I'll tell you all about their so-called tribunal. Meet me tomorrow, you know where. Blood-stained note. I found you. Written in blood. One last chance. You didn't come. Don't you realise I'm risking my neck for you? I can't have this information sitting on me. They'll find me. I'll give you one last chance. Meet me tonight or never contact me again. Municipal sanitation notice. The Department of Drains and Underways is aware of the issue of the penetrating stench emanating from the round street hatches that provide access to the city's sewers. The tribe of gutter kobolds, contracted to maintain free flow in the sanitation tunnels, appears to have been slain or driven away by forces or circumstances unknown, and the resulting backup is responsible for the unpleasant odor. The department is taking appropriate measures to remedy the situation, but in the meantime do not attempt to address the situation yourselves. Citizens are prohibited from using the round street sewer access hatches. Leave sanitation to the professionals. Now, I am going to assume there's a dead man in here. I note that the door is grey, not red, which means I'm allowed to lockpick and go in.
Right tool will do the trick.
Well, I've always fancied myself a right tool. Oh boy.
This corpse has been desecrated, displayed, and there's nothing random about it.
Well, at least we're not going to have much trouble cleaning up because there's 5 soap bars in here. That's a good point. You maybe don't want to be seen in this room with this man. Also, it is illegal to examine him.
Darling? Oh, yes.
I figured it was a romantic place for a kiss, you know? I would tell you two to get a room, but we already have one at the elf song.
Yay!
Anyway, back to the dead man. Yeah, we did that. Why do you have a clown pelvis in your corpse?
Painted cloth on painted flesh. No. This is a cut-off clown loin, Moo. Another day, another
Karlak has run out of pounds as far as the clown she's already carrying 23 pounds of clown, so Minsk is going to have to start pitching in on that. What else do you have that's heavy? You have 40 pounds of money, that's the problem. And 20 pounds of food, well, you don't need to carry that. You can send all this to camp. We don't have the chest anymore. We delivered it. Didn't we? In fact, we were gonna go get it back, but then we didn't. We should see if that corpse is still there, or at least a pouch. Slick Inatra was the name, but it's probably a pouch now. There's a boxy thing in her inventory. I'll take a look. We might have given her a... I've had her carry several chests back when she used to need them for throwing. Yeah, she has a 20-pound wooden chest. She doesn't need that anymore. That'll give her some space. And we can go get the flask that was in the big box. We needn't take the box anymore. You needed the box so it didn't look like you'd opened it. But now that we've delivered it and killed the person we delivered it to, we may as well just take it back. Yeah, I used to have yeeting chests. It was also for putting onto like vents and things, but I think in Baldur's Gate we won't have any shortage of barrels and stuff to find. Anyway, unfortunately the chest has landed on the dead man, but we're going to use Speak with Dead on him anyway. Wait, does he not have a head?
The corpse remains silent.
Right, you know, I maybe should have guessed that he wouldn't have much to say. He is, in fact, missing the required facilities. Well, whatever happened to him, somebody left a bit of a clown with him, and... Not loving which part it was. She actually can carry more clown parts now, but... Not too many. Probably still need Minsk's help or Jaheira's help after a bit. Maybe Jaheira's, because Minsk is more likely to leave the party. Yeah, I think I grabbed the note, or did I not? Karlak, stop dancing in the bloodstains. The effigy of Balthazar, who lacked ambition. What use his refusal? You're not talking about Balthazar from Thray. What use his refusal? He thought himself free, but destiny claimed his corpse the same. Below is an exaggerated signature written in blood, or in the red. Are we going to get effigies of the fucking 5? Huh. Fake Balthazar's head? Well, that... Can we get this chest off of the body? It's a stained towel. Just lots more soap. Well, sorry, Gohamberry Tresp.
Light on my feet.
Do we need to worry about the nothing NPCs noticing us in the murder house? Well, there's a... Let's just leave. Quickly.
Better
Shut
not
the door.
Be cursed.
Nothing happened in there. We found 2 clown parts, and they had notes pertaining to 2 of the 5. Which one did I miss? Or rather, which one? Because, like, I don't have all 5 of their names called up to my head. I remember Yagashura, I remember Balthazar, I remember Sendai. I don't remember the other 2. But, like, if we read a note pertaining to one of the 5, then it must have used one of the 2 names I didn't immediately recognize. Well, the problem with turning in clown bits is that we need to go to Rivington, and that's a loading screen away. Gromnir Ilkhan, that's true. There's also the problem where there's like actually 7 of them, even though they call themselves the 5, because you've also got Amelisan. And then you got the one at the start. And I always forget which one at the start doesn't actually count as the 5. Let me look it up. Yeah, there's Amelisan, Balthazar, Yagashura. Yeah, Gromnir doesn't count. Gromnir Ilkhan doesn't count. That's the 7th one. The leader is Amelisan. And then the actual 5 are Abazigal, Balthazar, Ilisera, Sendai, and Yagashura. So we must have found a reference to either Abazigal or Ilisera, and I've forgotten. Which one was it? Ilisera the first was the note that you saw. Okay. I don't remember that. But yeah, no, Ilisera is one of the ones that floated out of my head, I guess. If it was Balthazar, Sendai, or Yagashura, or Amelisan, I would have been on it. Let me look her up. Who was Ilisera?
A real people's broadsheet would care.
Ilisera is a female Baalspawn and the first member of the 5 that Grind's Ward encounters. She appears at the very start of Throne of Baal. That's probably why. According to David Gator, the fight with Ilisera was toned down heavily from initial designs. The reasoning behind this was players might start the expansion with a newly created character, and this fight could be too difficult. Also, with David Gator's Ascension mod installed, Ilisera will appear again later in the saga during the final battle with the Amelisan, as well as the other 4. I should play that mod. It's basically one of the developers made his own mod for Throne of Baal that was like, hey, I don't like how this turned out. I'm gonna redo it. And, like, when it has that level of, pedigree behind the creation, is it really a mod, or is it just unofficial DLC? Or, like a revision? Like, it's basically the Snyder cut of games. Yeah, from what I understand, the changes to the storyline are valuable, but the changes to the actual combat balancing are just thankless. Like, they're just not good. You know, well, I mean, they're more challenging, but, like, not in a way that I certainly give a fuck about. Reagan Splint, have I talked to you?
Darling?
You're not Reagan Splint.
What's up for discussion?
You're getting away, Reagan Splint. Come back.
If people were publicly hanged in a proper city, Neverwinter say, it'd be all over the broadsheets. A disgrace.
True, public hanging is kind of fucked.
You speak as if the plague crone is not already here.
The plague crone?
Among us. Her power waxes, and soon the cycle will reach its
And she's
zenith.
waxing.
Should you want it to, or otherwise?
Broadsheet's a newspaper. Big newspaper. Usually full of bullshit. Anyway, Grundlegorn, hello. You have a terrible name.
Gods, I don't want to die. Not now. Not here.
Have you considered changing your name so that you can at least die with dignity?
The cycle comes for us all.
Right, that makes sense.
There's always some weird god or another they want to piss about with. Madness.
Nice hat, nice attitude. Goodbye. Hello, Alembrosius. What if I just took all this stuff? What are you gonna do? Fight me? You're a child.
Oh, do you actually want one? Sorry, I can't sell you any right now, but you can look. Mum will be back soon. I mean, shopkeeper will be back soon.
Aww.
Sorry, just a little bit longer. Sorry! Please come back again.
Adorable if you didn't sound like a 40-year-old woman doing her best to sound like a child. Let's read someone's mail. Repairs payment. Thank you for repairing my wife's vase. She's been sad ever since the upper city was sealed and she can't see her siblings, and this will go a long way to cheer her up, as the vase was a gift from them. I've added a gratuity to your fee to cover your rush, and in gratitude for the care you took. Would that be the 5 gold I just pilfered? Probably. Not regretting it. Hey, Bunt Chugly! How you doing?
Listen, I got to concentrate if I'm to walk off these pints.
You're gonna need a lot more than a few pints to get over the fact that your name is Bunt Chugly. Yeah. Yes, he deserves the drinks, but what he deserves is a trip to the town hall to get his name officially changed.
The circus of the last days has returned. See Dryads, Jin, and Dribbles the Clown back with a new act.
I don't think you'll be seeing Dribbles anymore. Well, until we...
How much? It was half that a 10 day ago.
We've had supply issues. You got a problem. Take it up with 9 fingers. She loves it when people complain. Even better when she gets to shut them up.
Right, you're a creep. Tombstone.
Candle Hallow's tombstones.
Yes.
Candle Hallow's tombstones, remembering the deceased with sympathy and skill.
Another mailbox. Speak your loss. A self-help book explaining that true happiness begins with a tidy house and well-polished floorboards. Happiness begins with a clean home, does it? Anybody, have any counter-arguments to that? I'm allowed to lockpick this? Are we sure? Because it's... okay, opening it is great.
Everyone else minds their business. I'll be fine.
It is red. I should be careful with that.
But that's twice what you just said.
Certainly, at the very least, let's not do it when the Fist Patrol is, like, actively walking past me in full view.
Can't risk being in open view. Can't keep me out.
Easy pick, though. There we are. What's in here? Everybody alive in here? Except for the people whose tombstones are being built, I guess.
It was half that a 10 day ago.
Sample tombstone, premium edition, with optional engraving of iconography.
Yes, my friend?
Get out of the way!
May Winfield, mother of 12, wife of 1, beloved by all. This tombstone appears to be freshly carved. Friedrich Hune, his last connection with this realm severed.
Along with his head.
Your name here. Plan ahead so distant relatives don't do it for you. Frank Peartree, Our Lady's traitor. His life now given, gladly taken. This tombstone still bears the dust from its recent engraving. Vari Vanthampur. Unwanted in life, welcomed in death. No name has been engraved, but the message beneath is clear. Should have left those orphans on the street where they belonged.
Right. The superior durability of hardwood. Odd Valros deluxe hardwood coffins will preserve corpses from rats and maggots for up to 3 times longer than any competitors. So 3 days instead of 1. Choose Valros because the end is always near. Yeah, look, if you're getting buried, bad things are going to happen to you under that ground. Good news is, you're not going to feel them. But you are going to have to accept that the bad things are going to happen. It's that or immediately turn to a pile of ash. You really don't get a good way out with your corpse. Like, mummification, I guess, is the best we can hope for. That whole preservation shit they got going on. But, like, realistically, don't get attached to this thing. Once your brain is out of it, it's not going great. And that's okay, because you're not going to feel it.
How much further can I go?
A fine selection of tongs. The one indispensable tool of the artisan's workshop, it seems. Tongs. So many tongs.
Why does this casket have bread, wine, and a cheese wedge in it?
Sample tombstone. Modest edition. Maximum engraving length, 3 words. Alexander Rainforest. Meticulous in life, mellifluous in death. This one has been engraved over so many times that no names are legible.
Can't be reached.
Seems simple enough.
Beloved Reynold, father, husband, duck breeder. Gone too soon.
Whoa, what's that? That is an animal carcass. What's in it? Because it looks like a container. Nothing. That is an empty animal carcass. Let's... Whoa! How did that fit in the casket? More importantly, where is the owner of this place? Oh, come on, don't everybody fail the fucking perception check. Do better, do better, do better, do better. Come on. Minsk! Wise, observant Minsk with the steel trap brain. It is your time to shine. Pass the perception check with a difficulty class of 20 fucking 5. I believe in you. Right, we'll get hit by the trap in the chest then.
Now. Bet I can crack that open.
Bring it on. No? Keeping up appearances. Clerk Dravage. Remember, you are in the business of making Candle Hallows tombstones look like a genuine retail establishment. Keep all the prices about half again too high so you don't sell very much inventory. Think of the shop as a stage set rather than an actual going concern. The management. Burn this after reading, it's incredibly obvious evidence. Okay, so where's the secret hole in the ground? If you seek the tribunal, let death be your guide, for what is behind death but murder? Ah.
Reserve them now, or there won't be any left.
What path lies before me?
There it is.
Zen will be back soon. Get ready to buy.
So the question is, do we want to go down there? Because if that's like the murder tribunal, maybe we don't. Yeah. Good to know it's there. Murder tribunal, maybe? I mean, is Lae'zel in there? Because Temple of Baal isn't necessarily murder tribunal. Yeah. Murder tribunal leads to the Temple of Baal. Good to know.
You want how much? It was half that a 10 day ago.
We've had supply.
Candlehallows tombstones.
You got a problem. Take it up with 9 fingers. She loves it when people complain.
Did you learn how to talk this slow from the FF14 dragons?
You don't want none of this. Trust me.
You look like a colorblind filter got turned into a person.
You want to gossip? Go to the elf song. I ain't here to chat.
It's not what it looks like. I promise.
Your name's Jitters and you're shaking. I assume you're after drugs.
I could pay half now. Even.
Do I look like I was born in a bathtub?
No, you look like you were born in a bucket of paint.
Stop wasting my time.
Might be useful.
Of course it is. It's leaves. Ulkov Sully.
The city is chock-a-block with bodies, thanks to these murders. I can barely keep up with all the orders.
Oh, you're the coffin maker. Tell me about the murder tribunal front.
But they struck.
Maybe not.
You'll not find a casket for your daughter there.
What building is this, though? Well, this is an outhouse. But what building am I currently encircling is a question. A corpse rose. Coon Mausoleum. Oh shit.
Step carefully.
Easy.
There's a trap.
Try not to trip headlong through it, yes?
If we're all finished talking at once. Well, it's not a big mausoleum. You don't like robbing the dead, Demon Dragon. Oh, yes, you just like raising them up and telling them what to do. They can keep their things, though. Well, I don't love that. I love that even less.
Trap. Be cautious.
Oh, failing that makes it go off. If you'd mind terribly stopping that, please. Thanks.
This city reeks of evil. Or perhaps Boo just needs to bathe.
Got it.
What's that?
Not a trap? Oh.
Don't be shy. Saddle up.
Easy. This place is hungry for blood.
Time to press ahead.
Many places are.
Justice walks on
I don't
4 feet and
do this
sleeps
sort
in
of
my
thing
boot.
for money. I do it because
There.
an area unexplored is content unfound.
Let us try not to trip headlong through it, yes?
We'll do our best, Gio. On Death and Resurrection, we've only read that 97 times. The Approachable East, we've read that a lot. Journey Through the Jungle. Is that about pissing off the djinn? I think that's been read as well. About the guide getting snatched away, I remember that.
These boots have seen everything.
Free money. What was that? Something very... Oop! Again. Stop it. What's that? Something behind there.
Watch how you go. There's a trap.
The Hoon family have some secrets in their mills. Alright, let's stand on this thing, because apparently it's not a trap. Well, that's interesting. Nothing happened. Karlak, you did notice something there.
Looking ahead.
Oh. Shit.
Making me sweat.
You do this. You're better at it.
Let's move.
Hoon Mausoleum Golden Key, a shield +1. The Legacy of Hoon! And the skeleton has something in it. A bone. Yeah, fair. Shield +1. Doesn't give you anything other than the +1, but like... It's probably better than a spell he won't use, right? But it is a reaction spell.
Is that blood? No. Never mind.
So what's the key for?
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Kneel with the weight of all you value at his feet, and he will reveal himself.
My boot craves the crunch of unvirtuous nethers.
So we needed to put enough weight on that thing, and now we have it.
Never a dull moment.
Damn.
Come on, open up.
Well, you don't have a kneel option, but clearly it was, you know, weight-based. It checks your inventory for what exactly? Like, did it open because the right person stood on it, or because all three of us did? I thought it would just be like weight size. This old diary contains thousands of short entries describing the writer's doings in short, factual sentences. One entry catches your eye. It was introduced to me as the Emperor. Surprising, but its information was good. Its ideas brilliant. I'll not turn up my nose. A boon to the knights, I think. Yeah, is it like 500 pounds or some shit? There's lots of silver, but I don't need to make money at this stage. On the inevitability of moral decay and its benefits, we've read that. Wonderful book. Though we don't actually get to read it, we just get the chapter titles. Baldur's Gate and the Dialectics of Plunder. Read that. Secret Societies of the Sword Coast, we've read that. Okay, that's the Hoon Mausoleum.
Let's see.
I think. Unless there's more shit this way. There is. Crumbling wall.
What's the story? Where to? My little trick.
Man! Nearly missed all that.
No time to rest. Need to find a way forward.
Gorion Mausoleum! What? Why would there be a Gorion Mausoleum in Baldur's Gate? He died outside of Candlekeep. That doesn't make any sense. A plea for freedom. The city deserves better than Enver Gortash and his army of steel puppets. Let the city win, not him. I mean,
I'll
yeah,
give it a shot.
Hymns for the gone.
Something over there.
Yeah, I know. Book of Prayers to Kelim-Vor, Judge of the Dead. Someone has annotated it with the following. These are a little saccharine in places, but one or two have genuine merit as something more than religious doggerel, something that actually evokes the complicated feelings of loss and hope for the departed, their well-being, their eternal preservation in some paradise. That hole looks big enough to crawl through. Scroll. They say that lighting a candle at the Mausoleum of Gorion grants the writer a wish. I never was the superstitious sort, but desperation makes believers of us all. Here is my wish. Please let me survive. I do not wish to be killed by cultists of any kind. I do not wish to be disappeared in the night or to be crushed beneath the steel shoe of an automaton. Everything seems so strange suddenly. Everyone seems so desperate. I'm alone in this world. If I don't look after myself, no one will. Maybe you would be willing to help me. Lord Gregorian Gorion. I don't think that's our Gorion.
Here lies Lord Gregorian Gorion, First High Constable of Baldur's Gate, the city's protector.
Let's rob him. Might I add that to wares? That's not wares, that's an elixir. I don't know where it is. There it is. Didn't get added to wares for some reason. Good. Yeah, we talked about that, but Gregorian Gorion is not the name of Cannonball Spawn. But I guess I don't actually know his full name, so it could just be a memorial to him. But first high something something of Baldur's Gate, was he? I don't think so. This compendium lists and pays special tribute to the citizens of Baldur's Gate who commissioned and paid for the mausoleum spot honouring Gorion. See, this one sounds more right. He was a hero and sage of exceptional mind and respectable manner, and under a greying exterior he harboured a heart that bloomed kind, good, and evergreen. Even though he fucked off to Candlekeep for the remainder of his life. My bones ache, wounds long scarred throb as if new. I long for the comfort of my pipe and the warmth of the fire, but I cannot stop. Gods, old and new, hear me. Grant me the strength to keep fighting, the courage to carve out a future for my children, and when I die, the peace that comes with knowing I did all I could. Right, let's burrow through Gorion's hole.
Not a chance. I'll fit in there.
Right, but what if I did this?
Not a chance. I'll fit in there.
Okay, but what if I did this?
Something over there.
Now I'm in the Durenbold Mausoleum. Queen of Ravens. Oh, was that save stools? I think we've read about the Raven Queen. Scroll of animal friendship. Oh. Well, that animal isn't my friend. Well, we have a lot of choice. I mean, I have a very simple solution to this. I want to see if this works. I have an idea. Jaheira can be a cat to get through, but that uses a charge. I guess it doesn't matter because I never use those charges. But here's my thought. Is this concentration? No. Oh, it's just, yeah, it's only self. Do you have... Well, there are two others that we could send in with me. Right? Wait, where...
10 bouts for every minute you were snoozing. Pick it.
Boo, were you not grouped? Oh. Just hanging out in fucking fist barracks. Yeah, we could also just go to the normal entrance. But the hole was fun! Alright, fine.
2/3 even.
Never wanted the easy path.
Hey, my folks are buried here. I'd love to pay them a visit.
Yeah, so the Gorian mausoleum that we broke into is just over here from the coon. It's not actually that necessary to climb through around.
The stone on this vandalized tomb reads, "Cry a rain of tears, so flowers may bloom over Iris."
Raw scream. I will leave you for now, but I shall not be far.
Did you just turn to watch me dig up this fucking grave?
That's a friendly-looking shadow.
Malvo Rockfellow. Dead. Doesn't look very dead in the examine window, but sure. Notes on tea. I've been doubted in, out, and all around by every harebrained naysayer this side of El Terrell, but he who laughs last laughs all the way to the bank! Wyvern tea, long rumoured, finally brought to Baldur's Gate by none other than yours truly. Who's the arse now, Got the horn after a bit of dealing I ought to be proud of for its own sake, but my true genius became apparent when I steeped the horn in hot water for a minute or two. A little sweet, a little sour, enlivening and intriguing. The whole city will be on its knees begging for it in time. I myself can hardly stop gulping it down. What is in this stuff? Wonder how he died.
Best be on my way.
Billiam.
This tombstone has been vandalized. Its original wording replaced with "Vampires are real."
Vampires
The
are
stone on
currency
this
from Revachol?
vandalized tomb now reads, "Fear the Lord of Bones. He never dies." Here lies Anna Marie, my nanny, but good as mum. Rest in peace, Janina.
Something over there.
Beloved mother, gone too soon. Honored Commander Harold Logerson, killed by deceitful followers of Baal. We will not let this happen again. Here rest the remains of Ronnie Morello. Cause of death, starvation.
I should speak up.
Death's blessings upon you. I am Mortark's sire, devotee of Kelemvor. I pray you find comfort among the dead, as I do. To rid ourselves of the coils of flesh is a beautiful thing.
Breathe it in. The damp, the decay. The smell is sweeter than roses, for death is a gift worth cherishing. How might I be of assistance?
I'm good, thanks.
Fear not death, and he shall welcome you.
Right. How are you doing, Billiam?
My mum's down there. I put a candle in the box with her. She never liked the dark. I got you some flowers, Mum. I know you like the blue ones, so I asked if they had any blue ones. They didn't. But I'll ask again tomorrow.
Any luck with the carpenter?
I got you some flowers. They didn't.
Your daughter's casket will have to wait.
But for how long?
Her rites will be said. Her body made one with the soil. Try not to focus on how again.
Of course, Mortar.
Best keep your hands to yourself. Moving that body has caused...
Yeah, just let me read the note. I'll go back to a different universe after I read the note. I gotta read the note. Diary. I'm no fool. I know this makes me the worst mother in the city. Maybe the world. Maybe I'll even have to give up the title altogether. But my gods, I've got to live. I can't continue these little deaths day after day. I wasn't meant to be a mother. My precious. Of course I love him. More than anything do I love him. But better a mother gone than a mother dead. Right? I've been going out at night. Taking risks. It's the only time I don't feel like I've been necromanced into life. The handsome one, the one with the pretty lips, said he'd take me on a long trip. Let me clear my head. I've gotten all my coin together and we'll meet him tonight. My last chance at a life worth living, God's help me. Well, that's... Yikes. So she was abandoning her kid, and then she got killed anyway. Wait, no, someone else is in the coffin? Wash my hands of that. But when I dug it up, she started screaming, "Help, help, that's my mum." She certainly was acting like I was digging up her mum.
I fear not, my child. Your daughter.
Here lies Anna Marie, my nanny, but good as mum. Rest in peace, Janina. Beloved mother, gone too soon.
Her body made.
She wasn't talking about a nanny, she was talking about mum. Yeah, it's that one.
Focus on the how and when.
Of course, Mortark.
They are a small child. That is all we can really
moving ahead
decide upon there. And yes, there's a pipe here. What?
This headstone has been vandalized, altered to read "Rotting Place of Gothric Rillin."
What is that noise? Have people no respect for the dead?
Hey there!
I thought I was done for. Lady Luck, bless you.
What were you doing down there?
Sightseeing. What do you think? I filched the wrong baldy and got myself buried for the trouble. Stone Lord, he calls himself. More like stone shite.
I've heard of him. He's a new gang boss, right? Do you recognize him by sight?
The very one. And my idiot self didn't realize till I was finger deep in his pockets. Won't be making that mistake again. Look, I ain't got much in the way of thanks, but the stiff below has some fancy doodads. You're welcome to them.
Go in peace.
I understand.
Stop wriggling, Boo, and prick up your ears.
Quite a few things in here. Here, Minsk. You're staying at a fancy room in the city
Who
now.
says
It's time to look like it. Jesus Christ.
At least things have stayed interesting. Shouldn't have wished to live in
Might
more
undo that
interesting
later,
times.
but for now.
Bibik, favoured of Ogma, your songs live on in the streets and in our hearts. This headstone has been vandalised, altered to read, Rotting Place of Gothric Rillin. One more hapless farmer boy, name unknown.
There's the Durinbold Mausoleum. That's the one we backed out of.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
Here rests Alistair Marnley, taken too soon.
My love, you would have been 47 today. We celebrated with assassinations. We sang your song. We imagined you were there with us and what you'd say. Living without you doesn't hurt any less, but the pains become less harrowing. I adore you.
Grint Thorg, fighter, lost in Durlag's tower.
Yeah, you and 90 others.
We couldn't recover your bodies, so we buried your 10-foot pole. This tombstone shows only the graven initials MT.
Well, it might be empty.
See Baldur, taken by Umberlee's rage, recovered by her grace. Mighty Branwem, the foe hammer grants you honor in death.
Interesting that, Branwem, not Branwen. Interesting that...
See Baldur, taken by Umberlee's rage, recovered by her grace. This tombstone shows only the graven initials MT.
Yeah, the tombstone's working again. We're not having trouble getting the dialogue to play.
Do not stem your
Here lies Bargus freely. He should have looked before he leapt.
I will leave you for now. I shall not be
That's
far.
curious.
Death's blessings upon you.
Do we just dig up nothing?
See Baldur, taken by Umberlee's rage, recovered by her grace.
Oh, it's a hole.
Not a chance. I'll fit in there.
Yeah, the big MT. Kelemvor's Mercy. Wrong one. Honorable Mortarch Skyre, my neighbours, a lovely couple in the prime of their lives, were found dead in their house yesterday. A burglary gone wrong by the looks of it. They leave behind a young girl, and no money for a burial. The odour is already potent, and they'll be thrown in the Chiantar shortly. I'm sure you get many a letter like mine, so I'm sorry to add to your burden, but could you see it in your heart to perform rites for this poor couple? The neighborhood has scraped together some coppers for the cost, but I confess it isn't much. May the Lord of the Dead grant them peace. Beldina Bone Knuckles.
In the city.
From this time,
I went up this way, so I've not been here.
Don't think I've had.
There's the mortuary entrance and Durenbald Museum both. There's also the mortuary itself. Above ground. Let's just quickly explore this alley corner, so I don't forget it.
Here goes nothing.
And a support and a poster for the anti-hag support group. That will be interesting. I wonder if Ethel will show up, because she did say she was going to come back to life. This would be the obvious time for her to do so.
We don't want Chef Rovere overhearing us. And don't push. There's enough for everyone for Chontia's sake.
Sorry, sir. Thank you, sir.
It's these guys over here are the only ones I have to talk to. Turaluralayo.
This one's got a heart of gold. I don't know what we'd do without him.
Wonder what he's actually doing. Pickles?
My tummy hurts. I'm really hungry.
Slumgullion?
That never. I used to be able to pay to eat at this tavern. Now look at me, begging for scraps at the back door.
Oh, sorry. I'm just waiting for some food. Then I'll get out of your way.
It's possible that he's just actually a nice guy. I just don't trust anybody. Spatula Fargo.
It's not much, but handing out leftovers is the least I can do with the absolute almost upon us. I hope you're not looking for scraps, love. I'm pretty sure you can look after yourself.
Yeah.
I don't like giving you what other people have been picking at, but there's a whole chicken someone's only took a leg off. I wouldn't give you anything I wouldn't eat myself.
Can I have that, please, sir?
Of course, love. And please don't call me sir. I'm barely even a chef.
Thank you.
Okay, he's very kind. So there is quite a bit more graveyard to go with before we we'll go to this as far as this door, and then after that we might turn back around and start going south. I don't know that I'll keep going all this way. Wait, is that more graveyard too? No, that's more city. But yeah, we'll explore the graveyard. We'll go into Durenbold and the mortuary at the end of that.
Gwyn Highberry, stillborn but not forgotten. R. Sandrill, gone but ne'er forgotten. This headstone is anonymous, reading only, "As I am now, so you shall be."
Yikes.
Here lies Flying Martha, who couldn't. Beloved little Tan, never forgotten. Calamvor guide your soul.
Pookums, hello. Who are you mourning?
He won't listen to me. I told him it's naughty to play in graveyards.
Who, the beggar? Strange beggar Morbus. There's another zombie beggar. What's with them? There's another one up there.
Come out, sister. I will find you.
An air of decay hangs over the stooped beggar's form. The smell of rot, the smell of death.
Sister always hides from me. She likes to play.
You're a bit old for hide and seek, aren't you?
Sister is older than me. She always likes to play. She hides in the ground, but I will find her.
Mm-hmm. Your sister is no more. Her soul has left this plane. Do you understand?
No. No, she is just good at keeping still. She is the best at this game. I never win, except when she lets me.
Right.
Sister was always good at hiding, but I'll find her this time.
Do you know where she's hiding?
In the ground. Over there. Some people covered her in dirt, but I will find her again.
Do you have any other family?
Mother and father hide in the ground with her. I hope I find them soon. I like this game, but it is less fun to play it alone.
Right. Yeah, have fun with that. Saving again before I dig up another grave.
All right, time to
stop seeing me.
Softer than a whisper.
Damn it.
Be fine. This calls for careful footwork.
There are a bunch of dead cats? Piffles, Misgivings, Chunk, Steve, and the Admiral, as well as Felix Farad. Sorry, you saw me grave robbing, didn't you?
I don't know why you'd want to play here anyway. Too much dead stuff.
Well, why don't you go home then? Official will. They say I haven't long now, that the family plot out to be prepared. I say to that, no! There were only 5 creatures in the world that ever cared for me, and their names were Piffles, Misgivings, Chunk, the Admiral, and Steve. Family tradition can go sit on a halberd. Well, he got his way.
On my way.
Yeah, I don't really want to think about that. One more time. The House on Drench Lane and Other Stories. Collection of short stories from the Sisters Macabre. One story, The House on Drench Lane, is about a woman who dreams about her neighbours standing naked outside whenever it rains. They're vivid dreams, and one drizzly night she looks out and sees not her neighbour, but her entire community. They're naked, hair plastered down by the rain, their eyes like the eyes of stuffed animals, and they're staring at her, calling her out into the rain. She goes, horrified and hypnotised all at once. They strip her, and shivering she's given to a neighbour who smiles a huge waxy smile at her. She wakes up, all seems normal. 10 days later she discovers she's pregnant. The story ends with the woman gripped by terror and paranoia. All attempts to abort the baby fail. She's so scared. So scared. Some young reader has written under the story's end, Annie, hope this gave you the creeps as much as it gave me the giggles. What?
A statue of Jurgle, lord of the end of everything. The final scribe of the fate of the deceased.
When he has a skeleton-y face, does he?
Don't mind if I do.
Here lie Pluck and Karlak Cliffgate. My parents.
Karlak.
Hi, Mum. Hi, Dad. Sorry I haven't visited. I've been, away. But I'm back now, and I brought friends. I miss you so much. But I'm happy, and getting up to some really important shit. Maybe you can see for yourselves. I don't know. You're with me here. Anyway, taters.
Taters?
Meant I love you in the Cliffgate household. I can't even remember how it started anymore. Lost family law. There was a lot of silly nonsense in our house. My mates used to say we had our own personal language. I guess I'm the last remaining speaker. Mum used to say there was no such thing as death, that there was only change. Dad thought that was a load of woo, that gone meant gone unless you'd struck a deal with one of the gods. Said he had better things to do in life than beg favors off immortals. I'm not sure what I believe.
It's the ultimate mystery. There are many possibilities, but we'll never know until... Yeah, no, this is the D&D world. You just read a book on Planescape and you'll get the whole story. There's no need to wonder. Our souls travel to the City of Judgment and are taken by the gods.
If they deign to choose us, there's no guarantee, is there? And I've made little effort to attract the loyalty of anyone but you. Hopefully there's more waiting for me than that. Very hopefully.
Here lies Carlac Cliffgate, beloved wife and mother. Here lies Duncan, last of the Gory clan, who died without issue. Final resting place of Dolcan Elendara, ever close to your beloved Elfsong Tavern. Here lies Pluck Cliffgate, beloved husband and father. Here lies Ogre Bob, his arm anyway, it's all that would fit. He will be missed at Whitburn Quarry. M. Kerwin, treasured. Antonio Bongle, proud father of Walbran,
Something
remembered
about
by the
settling
sun.
matters with 9 fingers.
That name was in a courier's note. Kerwin or the Bongle?
Do you know of another graveyard we could use?
Antonio Bongle, proud father of Walbran, remembered by the sun.
Stop looking at Boo. I need to dig up a corpse.
Ridiculous. I just want to bury my little girl in peace.
Stop looking at Boo. I need to dig up a corpse.
I understand. I will do what I can.
I've got a long road ahead.
Continue looking at Boo. I need to dig up a corpse. Hey.
Here! What you doing? Get them sausage fingers off my crate!
What are you doing in my father's grave?
Father? Ain't no bones in there. Just gold! Unless his bones didn't stay buried. Unless they rose up to join the Absolute. Or who knows what else. No, you can keep Daddy's gold. Just don't blame me if he comes looking for it.
Right. Bye. I keep pissing off these children, my god.
I don't need any attention right now. These boots have seen everything.
Okay. Brian Mausoleum, we've been there. Oh boy. Yeah, there's one we're not digging up because it's impossible to do it without being spotted.
Out of mind.
That ain't happening.
Attention! I feel like a rofé in a tea shop.
That is.
Lily. My sweet girl.
The Mortark is here.
Do not stem your cries. Sob, roar, scream. Do what you must in the tangles of grief.
Then through.
I will leave you for now.
Flandro Tarask Biter Grassley. The hunter hunted, the biter bit. Here lies Arthur Bilfold, dedicated patron of unconventional arts. Here rots an executed traitor to the city. Do not repeat his mistakes. Prisoner 3046, commended to Jurgel's ledger. Beloved Agnes Schweitz. Her smile shined like 1,000 suns.
Hello, Druna Schweitz.
My Agnes shall be dancing in the market. Flowers in her hair. Not here. Not like this. I hope the Grand Duke strings up whoever did this to her. Thank the gods for the watch. Who knows how many killings there be otherwise?
Brighten up a loved one's grave with a bouquet, freshly picked.
Aradin the Elder, open the bloody gates. This tomb has been defaced with crude marks pointing downward.
Grand mausoleum.
Adventurers Alexa and Orion Goodbeard, intrepid explorers of the Plane of Shadows.
Let flowers say what words never can.
I can't waste any more time.
No, stop that.
Flowers, every color of the rainbow.
Fuck.
Right here.
Softer than a whisper.
Eldoth Kron, raise a glass to the poor bastard.
I'd really rather not. He was a shit stain.
Brighten up a loved one's grave with a bouquet.
J. Orchard, artificer of Gond, crafter of odd sockets. Adventurers Alexa and Orion Goodbeard,
Those are the ones that are buried in there.
intrepid explorers of the
Yeah, no,
Plane
she's
of
fine.
Shadows. Aradin the Elder, open the bloody gates. Phidia Pengist, a noble lanceboard player to the last. Burial site of Garrett Dortmel. May you finally find your rest.
Her dad.
Didn't know her name, we just called her Gramishka.
Who was a shit stain?
Eldoth Kron, raise a glass to the poor bastard.
Flowers,
Do you
every
disagree?
color of the rainbow. Right here.
Andreas Lothar, beloved of Ciro Lally. May we keep your hearth warm.
Let me bring you some Eldoth Kron quotes.
Gentlemen, gentlewomen, may I introduce myself? I am Eldoth Kron. There is no good or evil, only the charming and the tedious. The first duty in life is to be as artificial as possible. Only shallow people don't judge by appearance. You must be the most uninteresting person I've had the honor of knowing. Perhaps we could talk over wine tonight. I've never met a lady such as you, and am desirous to know you better. The wench had it coming. Your wit is somewhat lacking. Be silent, Ski. It's not like your opinion is worth anything. Stop your whining, wench. Shatil, your lot in life is to bake cookies and bear children. Now shut up. Ski, my little angel. A woman should know her place.
I'm not raising a glass to Eldoth Kron.
Flowers, every color of the rainbow.
That is the single worst party member in Baldur's Gate 1. There is not a scrap of redemptive qualities about him. The poor bastard I will raise a glass to is the voice actor who had to read those lines. He is neutral evil.
With a bouquet, freshly picked.
Nina?
Keep a lookout. The Mortark don't take kindly to raising the dead, but I won't be long, I promise.
What? Who are you raising from the dead?
My big brother, Garrett. He got killed by that murderer guy, but I'm gonna fix him. Now, keep watch.
Alright. If it goes wrong, we'll re-kill him.
Exorde me, Merkel.
Hey, maybe not to him.
Frater meum. Immorte ad me redigo eo.
The air crackles with power before fizzing out. The child has power but lacks control.
Oh, you're close, Merkel. I can feel your shadow. Give my brother back, please.
Here, this scroll might do the trick.
Really? I'm gonna try it right now.
Oops. Garrett, you... What the fuck's happening here? Why are you in Doom armor? Well, everybody has a turn right now. But Karlach's a bit stuck. Maybe a moonbeam? That could be focused in on... Could you walk out of here without a... Yeah, everybody's gonna get opportunity attack. We're all just sort of clumped.
Nothing important is ever easy.
Let's just start with hasting Karlach and letting her have a super turn, basically. Yeah, I mean, we could use AoEs after we get everybody out. That's true. I'm fine, but all right. Let's just walk everybody out. They can take hits.
I can still move fast when I need to.
Plus,
butt kicking, for goodness!
Mints can move now without taking the attacks because they've used their reactions.
Charge! But charge quietly.
Dodgy boo!
My turn. Knees high.
Damn. Okay. The Mortark is technically helping. I'm a little concerned about the child. I don't want to get the child cooked in an AoE. That's a concern. What I was going to do was haste Karlach and just have her start smacking at Garrett. In more than one way, because...
Gods, it's hot in here.
Get angry. really need to take my food break. I'm well overdue for it. Throw boo at the boss.
Get him, boo-boo!
That didn't hurt as much as an actual hit would have, so I'm not going to do it again, but... I could probably Nyrulna, but I'm concerned about hitting the kid. So let's just dwarf and throw her.
Go on.
Have you got, like, some kind of damage issue? Yeah, you're resistant. Okay. Well, we're just gonna have to whack until it works. Ooh, Boo took damage. If Karlak can delete the main foe, then we can deal with the rest of the reason. Okay, 2 HP left. I'm not gonna waste a Karlak throw on 2 HP. I can offhand kill him now. Don't want a greater zombie.
Never a dull moment.
They all lose Undead Ward. Some of them still have Undead Fortitude, unfortunately, which is the thing that will keep them alive, but there's no more resistances now. In fact, I should have waited on the Karlak throw, but oh well.
Ready for another round?
I think I could go another round.
That's what she said. Moonbeam, we can only hit 2 things at once. Minsk volleys, you're right.
You point, I punch.
Minsk can volley everybody over here. Including the tombstones, unfortunately, but oh well. Yeah! Yeah, that's pretty good. Poor Avery and Aubrey's coffin broke, and now their bodies are just slumped over there, but... desperate times. Sure, let's go with Executioner. All the time. We didn't need that on the things with 1 HP, but still, it's funny enough. Now we just have a greater and a skeleton.
Do you know? I think we have given offense.
I don't think we need to really use a spell on them. There's not enough scary for that. Well, that's not great.
Now this is my happy place.
It's kind of everything.
Weep if you wish. Minsk will not judge.
What are you gonna do? You gonna help or are you gonna...
Take you, vile creature.
Maud is helping? Druna Schweitz is helping? You just punched Boo to death! Druna, don't enter the fight. That's a bad idea. Maud, y'all are civilians! Why are you running toward the zombies? 13 out of 14. Get fucked, son. Anyway, let's finish this now.
Let's cook with fire, baby.
Hey, level 12.
My little trick.
You ruined everything. Bye.
No one stopped me yet.
Ah, the things you see in a graveyard.
Flowers, every color of the rainbow, right here.
What?
Would Sarah like some flowers? They do a wonder at brightening up a grave. I bring fresh ones to my husband's every few days.
Was your husband one of the ones that just popped out of the ground? I'm sorry for your loss.
I'm not. My husband was an arse. But he gave me 3 beautiful kids. So the old goat gets flowers. I get them up by Bloombridge. A druid lives that way, so you know they're extra fresh. Of course.
Let me see your flowers. Yeah, we don't need any flowers.
Come back anytime. Brighten up a loved one's grave with a bouquet, freshly picked.
I think we're gonna need a lot more than flowers to fix this problem, Maud, but I appreciate your enthusiasm, even if perhaps it should be curbed. I'm gonna steal all your plants, though.
Bet that will fit in my pack.
The Diabolist is in that house. Okay, we'll be skipping that house for now. Can I...
This calls for careful footwork.
That one just exploded.
Flowers, every color of the rainbow, right here.
Hey, did you see that attack from the undead?
Tell me, Sarah, if you leave a poisoned cake in a park and a child dies from eating said cake, are you responsible for the child's death?
Yes.
Such wisdom. Which means you do not even have the excuse of ignorance. You showed a grieving child the ways of necromancy. Leave these hallowed grounds now. May Kellamvor have mercy on your soul.
Hey, when I do it, it works.
Let flowers say what words never...
You are not welcome here.
You don't seem to be able to stop me.
I'll give it a shot.
This tombstone has been vandalized and now reads, "Your money don't matter when you're dead, prick. L. Brenton, beloved." Josie Ann Fountainhead, outstanding manip of the fists.
Breathe quiet.
Oh!
Move with care.
Not for communal use, it seemed. Josie Ann Fountainhead, here lies anonymous manip of the fists. Whoever you were, we buried you with care. Here lies Gayera Snake Mother Denise, matriarch to a brood of venomous daughters.
Anyway, there's Boo.
Still alive. So that's progress.
Hi.
Out of sight, out of mind. I don't need any attention right now.
There we go.
Free for the taking.
Grave Dusty Diary. I've long admired the vigil that Mortark Gracie keeps over this graveyard. I was lucky enough to tell her as much while I was picking out my resting place. I haven't had much in the way of family, friends, or wealth in some time. Somehow I outlived them all. Yet knowing that the Mortark will stand vigil over my remains gives me solace. Folks say there's no sense praying to the god of death. But as I stand at the end of my days, my hours, I think there's no one more powerful. Even as my mind and body shrink to the shape of a hole in the ground, and my luck sworn to nothing at all, death remains.
my way.
That, exploding corpse and all, is the whole outside mausoleum. We have outside graveyard. We have the Grand Mausoleum here, the Durinbold Mausoleum here, and then the mortuary itself. And we have a level up. Yeah, but I need to take a break because I need to eat some food because I'm gonna fucking starve. And people die of that, so let's not, you know, let's learn from their example. When I come back, I'll probably go a bit later than usual. Stop time to make up for how little time I'll have when I come back, but I do have to go eat. So I'll be back as soon as I can.
Flowers, every color of the rainbow, right here. Brighten up a loved one's grave with a bouquet, freshly picked. Grief is hard. Let flowers say what words never can. Flowers, every color of the rainbow, right here. Brighten up a loved one's grave with a bouquet, freshly picked. Grief is hard. Let flowers say what words never can. Flowers, every color of the rainbow, right here. Brighten up a loved one's grave with a bouquet, freshly picked. is hard. Let flowers say what words never can. Flowers, every color of the rainbow, right here. Brighten up a loved one's grave with a bouquet, freshly picked. Grief is hard. Let flowers say what words never can. Flowers, every color of the rainbow, right here. Brighten up a loved one's grave with a bouquet, freshly picked. Grief is hard. Let flowers say what words never can. Flowers, every color of the rainbow, right here. Brighten up a loved one's grave with a bouquet, freshly picked. Grief is hard. Let flowers say what words never can. Flowers, every color of the rainbow, right here. Brighten up a loved one's grave with a bouquet, freshly picked. Grief is hard. Let flowers say what words never can. Flowers, every color of the rainbow, right here. Brighten up a loved one's grave with a bouquet, freshly picked. Grief is hard. Let flowers say what words never can. Flowers, every color of the rainbow, right here. Brighten up a loved one's grave with a bouquet, freshly picked. Grief is hard. Let flowers say what words never can. Flowers, every color of the rainbow, right here. Brighten up a loved one's grave with a bouquet, freshly picked. Grief is hard. Let flowers say what words never can. Flowers, every color of the rainbow, right here. Brighten up a loved one's grave with a bouquet, freshly picked. Grief is hard. Let flowers say what words never can. Flowers, every color of the rainbow, right here. Brighten up a loved one's grave with a bouquet, freshly picked. Grief is hard. Let flowers say what words never can. Flowers, every color of the rainbow, right here. Brighten up a loved one's grave with a bouquet, freshly picked. Grief is hard. Let flowers say what words never can. Flowers, every color of the rainbow, right here. Brighten up a loved one's grave with a bouquet, freshly picked. Grief is hard. Let flowers say what words never can. Flowers, every color of the rainbow, right here. Brighten up a loved one's grave with a bouquet, freshly picked. grief is hard. Let flowers say what words never can. Flowers, every color of the rainbow, right here. Brighten up a loved one's grave with a bouquet. Freshly.
So are we sick of hearing from the flower lady yet? It is time to plunder some mausoleums. This one we're allowed to just lockpick, apparently.
Of the wrist.
In front of God and everyone. And in we go. Ancient mausoleum. Doesn't belong to anyone in particular, it's just old. Well, let's get our level ups. 99 HP. My word. We get improved bardic inspiration. What else? So much is already pretty good. So we could give it to acrobatics, or we could give it to investigation for best results, I dare say. Insight or perception could go all the way up to 10, or we could make deception 30. No. Perception is probably the most utility, I suppose. But investigation is helpful. For, like, checks and things. Don't know that we need acrobatics. Our stealth is not very good. But I think that's because our dex is only pretending to be 8. I think our dex-based ones are actually higher than they look. Right? Because of the gloves that we refuse to take off. For the sake of traversing through dungeon-y things, I might just have that perception boosted up to 10. I think that's a good idea. Because in terms of the raw number of checks you make, we make more of those. Sure, everybody else gets to make them too, but when you get 4 failures in a row, Gain a cantrip, not that important. Just light, why not light? We gain a bard spell. We could grab seeming for shoving people through holes. We could grab dominate person. I wouldn't take deception. So it's already high enough. We could grab greater invis so we don't have to pull Gale out. Whenever we need Astarion to do some super stealth. Which might become more common in the city. seeming for the purpose of getting everybody through a small hole sounds kind of funny, but the smallest holes don't work for gnomes either. Upcast hold person. I think we're just too busy killing people to bother immobilizing them, is my thought. But we got magical secrets as well, so we get 2 more spells from a bigger list. So this is, I imagine you have thoughts on what should be grabbed here. There aren't as many 5s as I would have thought. Conjure Elemental. Get Firebolt from here. Take a cantrip from Magical Secrets. Wow. But I guess it makes sense. For reliable damage that doesn't use a spell slot. Not that. Don't need Eldritch Blast. We could take Conjure Elemental and then, you know, then we have another source of Water Elemental when I remember to fucking do it. I have a lot of spell slots I can't use super well because I don't have a lot of level 5s. Account created April 1st. Yeah, that makes sense. Sure. We'll go with these. Unless we want to be level 3 cleric. But our build is largely solid at this point. Karlach just gets brutal critical, but I mean, there ain't nothing just about brutal critical. When you land a critical hit, you get some extra damage dice. Level 12 on you. Chihira gets a feat. Now, her wisdom is 19, so if we give her an ability improvement, we're kind of wasting a point here. It's not terrible, but we could just give her alert instead. I'm just looking for if there's something that gives you +1 to wisdom and something else. Because, like, technically speaking, resilient would be better than ability improvement. She'll get a necklace for a point of wisdom. Perfect. Then we'll give her alert. She tends to move first anyway, so now she'll just move first all the time. Where do you see people's initiative? Character sheet. Yeah. 4, 5, 4, 14! Grandma is on it! You will not be catching the High Harper of Baldur's Gate sleeping. at any time. I also enjoy that our armor classes are fucking flat 20s across the board. Her longbow can go to someone else now. Right. But Minsk uses his. I use mine. Karlak doesn't. These two could swap. Plus 11, plus 7. I like that. Now, monastery. Sorry, mausoleum. Different thing.
Robbery! To harm my hamster.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. Definitely Minsk.
The work is never done.
Mention me not remembering to summon my water elementals. I have remembered to summon my water elementals.
And, well, in it. Wonder what's past this.
We'll find out with a roll of 30. Ooh, elixir of cloud giant strength. We really should start giving Karlak those strength elixirs. We have enough of them now that she could probably start taking them every day. Or at least some days. Certainly we should remember to use them when we're going somewhere like...
Have to keep going.
Tackling a nether stone. Like, it's probably not useful in here. Because I don't know that we have a fight in here, and the one we have in the other isn't very much. It's just too much shit, you know? Long Strider level 6.
This ought to be good.
Yeah. Does she have any other level 6s? I mean, it means no sunbeam.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
I like sunbeam.
Breathe deep and move. Be wary. This place is trapped.
Oh, she has that necklace. You're right.
Let us show them how it's done.
Has she got it in her inventory or something? Or do I? I don't know where things are.
What now?
Nature's servant awaits.
That just miss Karlak? Is that because she couldn't see her? Mist, Karlach, and Boo.
Oakfather, ease the road.
Karlach missed a meal. She'd be so mad. Alright.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Buff to hell. Feast supplies. Did the spell summon that? Oh, God. Pizza? Haggis? A literal cinnamon roll? It also summons enough food for a long rest. But then you can just, like, perpetuate that. You never need to feed yourself for a long rest again.
Better not be cursed.
You sleep to recover the energy to eat. And you eat so that you recover energy when you sleep. God damn fucking strength checks. I wish you could back out of a roll, because, like, it doesn't look like a roll until you click on it. Oh, even you? You're Karlach! You don't fail at strength tests! Huh.
Justice walks on 4 feet and sleeps in my boot.
Minsk did it.
Best get going.
Grand Mausoleum Offerings Key. 2 of them. Scroll of Revivify, and we'll leave the skull where it is. I'm happy to rob the dead, but I don't need to rob the dead. You know what I mean? Nice to be able to see you here. Crumbling journal. I was still a supplicant when I came face to face with him. Masked in gold, his skin fine and worn as parchment. Jurgle, the Death Keeper, the end of everything. I asked what he needed of me. He asked a simple question. What is the worth of a single mortal's life? I knew not how to respond, and said as such. He seemed nonplussed, neither disappointed nor pleased. I fell to my knees in respect for his awesome power. This garnered no reaction. There I stayed, trembling with an emotion I could not name. And when I stood again, the final scribe was gone. Masked in gold, his skin fine and worn as parchment. Jurgle. Uh-huh. Case file 846. Baldur's Gate versus Flynn Silver. Master Silver did with forethought and without malice kill William Lister and Simi Trent at their home as part of an ungodly ritual to honor the dead 3. Yeah, we've read that. What is the worth of a single life was Wither's first line. Yeah, I don't think he's a cleric of Jurgle. I think he's just Jurgle. We've read that as well. devotes her life to Shar, and Shar doesn't give a fuck. That one's a very normal, regular book. That might be it. Doesn't seem like there's much else in here. If there is, I'm not seeing it. Those keys would be for those chests I already opened. I always do that. I always find the keys after I've opened the chests.
Here goes nothing.
Flowers, every color of the rainbow.
Oh, shush. Let's go above ground first, shall we? Anita Fisher and Elias Fisher.
I am not leaving until Lily has a goddamned coffin.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry, but our baby girl...
No.
Our baby...
Oh no, love. I know. If you're here for a burial, good luck. The carpenter around back claims there's a backlog. We asked for a child-sized coffin, but I said it'll take a month.
I'm sorry.
7 years of age. And murdered. What kind of monster hurts a little girl?
Shush, love. We're going to get Lily a coffin, all right? Give her the burial she deserves.
Yeah.
Lily. We can't leave her like this.
We won't, honey. We'll get her a coffin, I promise. We won't, honey.
Okay. I don't know that I can really give you inroads with the Mortarch, though. She doesn't like me on account of the resurrection thing. Man, all these display caskets are empty.
Lower City Mortuary, established 1486 DR. Funeral rites, coffins, embalming.
All right, time to skulk about.
I don't like giving
Can't risk being in open view. Don't want to draw any attention.
Ooh. If you fall while carrying that, you take no fall damage. A harper pin.
Oh, my hand slipped.
In my defense, these are all free of bodies. Ayana's last wishes. Velmorba, thank you for the grace and kindness you've shown me. You've gone above and beyond to give Ayana the best send-off she could have. I've enclosed gold for the casket to bring her luck and her favorite teddy bear. She loved that thing more than me, I used to joke. I pray it brings her as much comfort as Kelemvor's embrace did. Best wishes, Fiona.
That's a friendly-looking shadow.
Lily. My sweet girl.
Shush. The Mortarch is here.
You steal from those resting in my garden and still expect an audience? Get out.
One day I'll catch a break. Seems like a good moment to talk.
You steal from those...
Damn it! How do you know? I look nothing like me.
Let me guess. You need something.
Yeah, can you talk to her, maybe?
I'm sorry for your loss, but it will be a 10-day before I can take your departed. Maybe more. If you notice any odours before then, treat the body with jasmine, honeysuckle, whatever you can get.
Sounds like you're pretty busy.
Well, there is a serial killer on the loose. Business is booming, unfortunately.
Who is this killer targeting?
Can't say. There are 100 theories, but I see no pattern in who comes through me door. Mind you, theories taking more lives than any one killer. The whole city is on edge, ready to draw steel.
There's some strange things happening in this graveyard.
I deal with the dead, but the Mortarch tends to them and the living who mourn them. If you have any concerns about strange goings-on, kindly speak to her. She patrols the graveyard. Good day. I'm sorry for your loss, but oh, you're back.
I'm looking for a grave, name of M. Kerwin. We already found it, but...
Kerwin? Oh, yeah. He's just outside, under the great willow with the drooping branches. It's good of you to come. He hasn't had any visitors in a long time.
Just want to pay my respects.
It's important to remember those who have gone before us. I wish there were more like you.
Yeah.
Made one with the soil.
Try
not to focus on the how or when.
I am not leaving.
If you're here for a burial, good luck.
Right, so that repeats the conversation. What about you? Do you hate Jaheira or just me?
Tell me, Sarah, if you leave a poisoned cake in a... You showed a...
Hey, Jaheira didn't show anybody anything. Anyway, does talking to them unlock dialogue with her? It's just like... Because I couldn't, because she doesn't like me, because I stole.
I'm sorry for your loss,
No.
but
Okay.
tell him
Thought it might, but...
No time to rest.
Doesn't do.
How much further can I go?
Or maybe it's talking to the coffin maker person out here. That could be a thing. Let's get rid of the disguise, because it didn't do any good. There's a journal. Diary written in a beautiful archaic script. Drawings of flowers detail every page. Today was difficult, but then again, what day hasn't been lately? It was a child this time. She was young and beautiful, her face peaceful despite the brutality of her death. Her parents had only coppers, but I waived my fee. I know I shouldn't. My savings are perilously low these days. Considering how she must have suffered, it was the least I could do for her family. I asked her parents if she had any favourite scents. They told me she loved the sea. The water baby, they called her. I prepared the body with weave moss, styling her hair with chutler's oil. They cried when they saw her, hugging me, thanking me. I've never felt a deep connection to the gods. That is the Mortarch's purview, not mine. But moments like today give me purpose. As a grave keeper, I provide comfort in grief, beauty in death, peace in sorrow. I only wish I did not have to do it so often.
If everyone else minds their business, I'll be fine. best get in and out.
Mortark, do you know of another graveyard we could use?
And there's the Gazette. Elturel Inferno, city drawn into Avernus. Mission rules tighten for Upper City. Where did the fog go? Banished by
Ridiculous.
Umber League. I think we've read that one.
I just want to bury my little girl.
Let's try and
I
talk
should
to
speak
Orkov
up.
Sully again. See if we can talk to you about the kid's grave. Cheery topic of conversation, but such as it is.
The city is chock-a-block with bodies, thanks to these murders. I can barely keep up with all the orders.
I'm not leaving without a coffin.
Then you'll be a long time standing. Now, you want to bump someone else to the back of the queue? Fine, but it'll cost you.
This is for a kid. Please. How would you feel if you lost a child?
I have lost a kid, and I gave him the best send-off I could.
Oops.
Bloody hells. Fine. Tell them they can pick it up at sunset. Now, get out of my sight.
Minsk is inspired. Oh, folk hero. That is it. Yeah, that's the same backstory as Will, I think. But that's correct, isn't it? You usually pay him? Oh yeah, but I'm a bard. You don't pay for shit.
I won't bury Lily without...
No one's suggesting that. We've just got to figure this out.
The carpenter is making you one now. Don't ask questions. That sounds so much more sinister. Your daughter's coffin will be ready soon. I took care of it.
You did? You hear that, honey?
Lily was our world. Knowing that she'll be able to be put to rest properly makes things easier. Thank you.
Right. So we still have the mortuary basement and the Durinbald mausoleum. Now, the mortuary basement is
Just
not
out of view.
a legal entry point, so let's go there first. Crimes first, leisurely stroll through the mausoleum later.
Sorry, sir. Thank you, sir.
Mortuary cellar. What is happening over... Right, let's go in here first. Records of the deceased, I think I saw. Or was that in the other room? Records
Here
of the
we go.
deceased is in here. A seemingly endless list of names and causes of death are written in delicate cursive. This details a recent entry. Duke Beline Stelmane, human female, brown hair, slight build. Blood loss, 36 stab wounds. Position of cuts suggests deliberate placement. Right hand removed from body post-mortem. Blood sample reactive to crawler mucus. Deceased was paralyzed when the murder took place. Burial is on hold until investigation is complete. Oh, this is interesting.
Moving in.
We're moving in? To the mortuary basement? Ew! Find a better place to live. Darylene Nickley. Human male, medium build, brown hair, hazel eyes, 3 and 30 years. A note hastily written on a parchment that stinks of rotting flesh and lilacs. Died of untreated infection. Widow claims the deceased cut himself while chopping wood. Reported symptoms of high fever, nausea, and diarrhea. Placement and angle of wound in right upper thigh corroborates this, as does the pustulence. Widow is unable to afford a full burial. Volkov refused to make a coffin without payment up front. Will oil and bind the body to slow decomposition. There's a rare form of dye there, black and azure, black and blue. Corpse rose. Flower preservation notes. Log 47, sample 32A. Added summer lily infused oil to boiling wax. The dipped bouquet neither wilted nor carried the odor of decay. However, scent was uniform and lacked variety. Potential ideas: add widow's blossom and whispering bloom to the wax. More pleasant scent, but difficult to maintain solution integrity. The use of a porous solution. Varnish, but visible effects may be more obvious. Prestidigitation. Use spell to imbue the bouquet with original odor. However, effects severely limited by time and possible cost.
Wish I had a bag of holding.
Yes, my friend?
God, I'm trying to pick up the fucking mugwort! There we go. Valmorba's notebook. Collection of a mortician's professional notes on embalming and mummification. The most recent note is as follows. I purchased a rare find from an adventurer who found it in the Undercity. An ancient funerary jar containing internal organs that have been preserved for, I don't know, centuries at least. Their technique is unknown to me and may include a combination of mortuary alchemy and necromantic enchantments. I must find the time to study this in detail, as what I've learned could be invaluable in enhancing my own embalming techniques. So you have a canopic jar of lungs. My god. Mystic Carrion's breathless lungs. If you put your ear close enough, you can make out an unholy rattling noise. Yeah, I'm gonna take this with me.
This jar, it feels like death. It's a sure sign of necromancy at work.
It's only £2, but we can put it in the camp chest and remember that it's there. I believe we grabbed the Durenbold key. So that's easy.
Brave and loyal Rocky, who saved his master from an ambush. Fearless Gordis, who would chase any prey and helped bring in our greatest trophies. Lionheart Xena, fierce watchdog. At night, no one dared to pass her post. Chief Houndmaster Paul, who trained our pack to perfection.
A young cave bear, killed and stuffed before its teeth were fully grown.
Here lies the Houndmaster of the Durenbolds, surrounded by his loyal pack, good boys and girls all.
Another feather token. So as soon as we take something from in here... The feather tokens don't work. The magic is expended after you land. So these people landed before. God's sake.
Let's march.
sword at my side and hamster at hand.
Watch your elders and learn.
Don't burn yourself. Moving it.
All's well that ends. Well, not as bad as it could have.
There they are.
The straight path.
These guys are actually quite powerful. Where's the Hound Monster? Seriously, where's the Hound Monster? All the way up there. Oh. Resistant to fire, immune to necro, poison, and cold. And all of the physicals. That's very irritating. Okay. What is the dog talking? Well, anyhow. Well, we hit that one a lot. You're about to be hit by an enemy. Increase your armor class by 5. Yeah, shield is good. I need to read about that. What? Prey Essence grants 30 temporary hit points. Predator Essence. Each Predator Essence heals the Houndmaster for 4 to 40. And he deals an additional 4 to 40 when he casts Grave Shot. Give your Houndmaster the Prey Essence you collected. Okay. It's concerning.
Hop, hop.
Get big mad. We'll just try to delete the Houndmaster if we can.
Got it.
Not with a critical fucking miss, we don't. Better. Better. Brilliant.
Blood comes easy these days.
No more nice gifts.
visage fit to the letter right.
It's a dog. That was depressing. Something is wrong with Minsk's armor class. What do you mean? Because he's been debuffed. Also, I don't think the +5 is all turn. Water elementals aren't very helpful against these cold immune dogs. What do you do, though? I guess a moonbeam. But it will only hit one of them. Do they have anything for lightning? Resist. Resist fire, resist lightning, resist thunder. Resist all of Jaheira's good stuff, basically. Honestly, you should just fucking shoot.
Into position.
Oh, Jesus. Well, she killed one. Hey, well done, Boo. What are you running away for? What? Mourn the Houndmaster's death and join him in the afterlife. I thought he was resurrecting him, but no, they were just giving up. Go on, then. Oh. Okay, that one didn't want to give up. Fine. Sorry, Rocky. A lot of mechanics in this fight no one sees. Yeah!
But it was good to feel the breeze between my toes. Back to the road.
What's hiding here?
Sorry, ghost dogs. Potion of Glorious Vaulting and 3 harpy feathers. Oh, this one has a roll too? I just figured it was broken so you could get in. Fuck.
Soldier.
I've got a long road ahead.
22 balls.
What's in here?
a stuffed owlbear toy, an owlbear beak that is not a toy, and an elixir of cloud giant strength. And in the Houndmaster's coffin we have some arrows, 3 dog collars, a scroll of animal friendship, a potion of animal speaking.
Way forward.
Ah, well. Maybe a slight bastard for that, but it's done.
Let's see what this does.
To nobody's surprise. Well, I mean, they might have been carrying, I don't know, ectoplasm.
I don't like giving you what other people have been picking at, but there's a whole chicken someone's only took a leg off. I wouldn't give you anything I wouldn't eat myself.
Can I have that, please, sir?
Of course, love.
There we are. So that's the north border of the city. It continues onward, but Hellsick is there. We didn't visit this house either. In the interest of keeping it simple, I'd move down to Baldur's Mouth next, I think, and continue going towards this area. Which I thought I was going to do today, but then there turned out to be a whole thing up here. But that's fine. It's, it'll take as long as it takes, really. But it's good to find the, I guess, northern border of the zone. That helps contextualize a bit more for me. At least I think it's the border. I hope it's the border. Doesn't look like there's anything beyond this wall. It looks like city wall to me. So let's go this way.
If you don't read the Gazette,
I'm not sure what this building is, but it's unopened, so it's very clearly... I'm not going to forget that I still need to look inside and talk to them. Oh, what's that? That is the murder target Rovir, but we already warned him. It's annoying that he's still on the map. Although I guess the idea is, for some people it's not warning, it's murdering. But yeah, I should stop here. I'll park myself out in front of the newspaper, and then on Tuesday we can go for the newspaper. A killer is after you! Me! Tempting. But no. Still. If we do one major building per stream, we'll get through it a bit at a time. That's not true. We also did the Fist Barracks. Jesus. Calm down. Tomorrow, we'll finish the Shores of Gold, Sea of Thieves storyline. We've assembled the Shroud Breaker. Now all we need to do is sail to this magical island full of treasure. Bet you there's going to be a catch. I might try and do the storyline that only has 2 tales in it this weekend as well, if I can fit that in. I mean, I could over Saturday and Sunday, but we'll see how long it all takes. And then next weekend they've got buffs to all of your gold and shit, so that would be a weekend to play the game with other people and try to actually earn. Anyway, fare thee well.